So have you ever known exactly what you should be doing, but you've still not been able to actually do it? I think that isn't anybody who can really say that that's never ever happened to them, because I think it's something that's really, really common. We're going to talk about that today in the live and do a little hypnosis session in, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes time, see how we're going time-wise. But do some work around actually taking something that you know you should be doing and actually creating that mindset around doing it today. Often when we feel the way that we do about that, about the things we should be doing, often we'll justify it to ourselves that we don't know enough, knowledge is a problem, but actually in most cases we know what we should be doing. We know everything we need to actually do those things. It can be that, prospecting calls in your business. It could be in your golf game where you should be more confident because you've had great golf shots in these moments before and things like that. What we need to do is to take that knowledge and then turn it into action, which is what we'll be doing in a little bit. But first of all, we need to talk a little bit about it. Quick introduction to me. If you've not met me before, Steve Woods, hypnotist, been doing hypnosis, helping people with hypnosis for over 21 years now, very much therapeutically in the background, and now more involved in performance and in particular in the world of golf, but that migrates quite nicely into other areas as well, into other sports, of course, and into business as well. So let's talk about the things we know we should be doing. I think for most of us, we know probably we should be exercising more. We know maybe we should sleep better. We know maybe we should make those phone calls, or that particular phone call, even if it's going to be a difficult one or an awkward one. Following it with prospects, I mentioned, there's prospecting calls. Again, I've helped people in the past where they've come along and they'll go to an event, they'll go to an exhibition, they'll come back with a big long list of prospects or loads of business cards, and then they don't do anything with them because there is that fear of people saying, no, I'm not interested. And while they're prospects, they're good. They're in the sales funnel as such. The sales funnel's nice and big. But sometimes it can be it's a bit awkward, isn't it, to make those calls and make those follow-up calls. So let's not actually do it. Let's procrastinate. Let's go and do something else. Let's put off those things we know we should be doing. And we probably deep down know as well that by doing those things, that actually it'll result in business as well. It's the rule of numbers. The more people we speak to, the more prospects we speak to. Yes, a lot will probably say no, but actually some will say yes as well. We know all these things, and yet we don't do anything about them. It can be, regular rehearsal of something. I mentioned about procrastination as well, so stopping those things. And like I say, it is that behavior. And most of the time it is because of that fear. It is that fear of failure, maybe fear of that difficult conversation. We're not geared up to do those things. We don't want to do those things. We're inherently quite lazy, really. We want to always take that path of least resistance. So it's not something that's wrong with you specifically. It's the way that most of us are. Some people are wired differently and they can go and just do those things and they're engaged with those things. They just get on and do them. But for the majority of us, and I'm guilty of that as well in the past, where you just don't do those things. Making live videos is another really good example as well. So yeah, often fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of discomfort as well that I mentioned, because anything like that is just a negative thing. And our inner mind, and I mentioned this before in previous lives and other videos, our inner mind, its main job is to protect us, and it will try and protect us by getting us to run away, put us into fight or flight mode, even from that potential embarrassment or humiliation as well. So we need to break that pattern, and you can do it yourself, absolutely, but we're always up against that filter of the conscious mind. The conscious mind is that critical faculty. It's that filter. It decides what gets in. It decides what's going to get to that inner part of your mind. The inner part of your mind, of course, being that part of your mind that takes the action, in most cases automatically. But if that thought doesn't get through, then actually we're never going to take that action. So what we want to do as a hypnotist, what we want to do in our session in a few minutes, is to be able to relax that filter out of the way, that conscious mind out of the way, and gain access then to the subconscious and get the subconscious doing these things. And we do that through motivation. We do that often through excitement of what the end result will be like as well. What will it be like when you make those prospect calls from every exhibition or every networking event? You do all your follow-ups. Well, actually, you could probably put a figure on it and go, well, at the end of the year, potentially, there's an extra £50,000, £100,000 in my pot because I've done those things. Great. So in hypnosis, we can go forward and go, okay, what you're going to do with that money, what's exciting about it, and then bring that back to the now and go, okay, so now you need to do those things. And often the mind will start to do those things because it's all there. We know, again, what we should be doing. We just need that trigger, that motivator. So you could argue, just go forward. Imagine what it's going to be like when you've done your prospecting calls. I know I mention that one a lot, but it's quite a common one from that I get for clients. Done my prospecting calls, extra £100,000 at the end of the year. I'm excited because I'm going to do some great stuff with it, growing the business, or even treating myself or the family to something amazing. That on its own, getting that really clear in your mind, real visual thing in your mind, actually would start to motivate your mind on its own. And people often say that we do that future visualization and they'll go, actually, yeah, I've started doing my things already before we've even started to put a plan in place. We can then build on it and put that plan in place, of course, and really lock that down as a new behavior. Consciously, it can take some time to create a new behavior, a new habit. It used to be 28 days. I think now I've seen figures 40 days. Somebody said to me 10,000 hours of repetition. I can't believe it's that much, to be honest. Thousands, even thousands, a lot. But actually, we can do it a lot quicker by creating some great emotions, creating some great end results. We can start to actually create a habit much quicker to do those things we know we should be doing. Atomic Habits, great book if you've not read it as well. While we're talking about habits, going off tangent a little bit, but linking it to something else, habit stacking. Talks a lot in there about habit stacking, where you take something that you're doing already and link something else to it. You know, when I have my 3 o'clock cup of tea, I'm going to make 2 phone calls while I'm waiting for it to cool down. Those sorts of things. So really quickly, because you've got the habit already of getting a cup of tea at 3 o'clock, really quickly, you're sitting there going, oh, there's something I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, yes, I'm going to make those 2 phone calls. And it becomes really quick and easy, and you can drink your tea when you finish because it's cooled down to that right temperature. So there are some techniques. What we're going to do today in the little session, excuse me, the little group session, is we're going to do some hypnosis. It's going to get you into that subconscious part of the mind, get you to think about maybe one thing today that you know you should be doing, and going, okay, what's it going to be like when you're doing it? And get your mind excited about it. Come back then to the now and notice maybe the things that you need to change around that, and enjoy it. You'll get those great emotions going as well. Should have said at the beginning, because I didn't, I forgot, this is going out, this live's going out to multiple platforms. So if you have commented on there, I may not have seen it just yet because I'm busy focusing on what I'm talking about as well, but also it's going out to different places. We'll come back and look at the videos over the next few days and just see if there are any comments in there and respond to them. If you do want to get in touch, then direct message me is often the best way, or Google Steve Woods Hypnotist and you'll go to one of my web pages, which will have a contact form on there. So that's another way of getting hold of me. Okay, so let's do a little bit of something as we do in these sessions. As I always want to do a little bit of hypnosis. So you should only be doing this, of course, when it's safe for you to do so. So certainly not while driving or operating machinery or doing anything that might be a danger to yourself or anyone else around you. I'm just going to put that thing on the screen, so if anybody comes in live, they know that that's what we're doing. So yeah, in that place where you're safe to do that, come back and do the recorded part as well. So come back and do these as a replay, because the more you do these, actually, the better it gets as well. So ideally sitting. Can do it laying down, but ideally sitting. I like people to be sitting. Keeps just a little bit more awareness. You don't necessarily don't want you to get too deep into this. I want you to stay at a level where you're really focused, which is what hypnosis really is. So sitting nice and comfortable, hands just resting comfortably, maybe on your legs or by your sides. And then when you're ready, closing your eyes and just following my instructions as we start to think about those little muscles that are in your cheeks, those muscles in your face, imagining those muscles relaxing, allowing those muscles to get soft, to get lazy, to get heavy. You might tense them up and let them go. You might just imagine them soft and relaxed and comfortable. There really is no wrong way for you to do this. Whatever way you do this is absolutely right for you. Your eyelids are relaxing, those eyelids getting nice and lazy, nice and heavy, nice and relaxed. Those eyelids so lazy, so heavy, so relaxed now that you don't want to, but even if you did want to, that you just wouldn't be able to open your eyes. Taking that feeling then from behind your eyes, letting it move up over your forehead, up over the top of your head, down the back of your head, down into your neck, down into your shoulders. It's a wonderful warm band of relaxation, relaxing every nerve, every muscle, every fiber as it moves. As every deep breath, every firm beat of your heart now, it's helping to slow things down as you allow that feeling to continue to move, moving down through your arms, nice warm feeling of relaxation, down into your lower arms, all the way down to your hands, all the way down to your fingers. Same feeling then, moving from your neck and your shoulders down through the center of your body. Get every nerve, muscle, fiber relaxing, getting lazy, getting heavy. Feeling right the way down through the center of your body, into your legs, moving down through your legs, right down into your lower legs, all the way down to your feet. From your feet, just letting that feeling escape. Just let it escape into the floor, into the air, wherever feels natural. And notice another great wave of relaxation, head to toe, following it down. And starting to think about a wonderful place, a perfect place. This place can be somewhere real, somewhere imaginary, somewhere you've been to, somewhere you'd like to go to. Doesn't need to have any bearing on the should that you're going to be working on today. It is just a stopping off point. If we've worked together or you've done some of these lives before, you may have a nice place to go to. But finding yourself there, being yourself there, looking around, noticing the detail, letting that detail get better, brighter, clearer. Not worrying if that conscious part of your mind, it might sometimes just wander to other thoughts as you're listening to me today. If it does, just grab its attention, bring it back. And each time it comes back with more focus, more attention, able to stay focused for longer. Noticing the minutes feel like hours today as you just let go. Never losing control, never giving up awareness, but just being able to let go now. Aware of the textures in your place, those things you can reach out and touch, things that you're naturally in contact with, sitting, standing, laying down in that place. Aware of the temperature, it's perfect. Even the sounds, even the smells, everything about it. Safe in the knowledge that if anything should happen that needs your immediate attention as you're listening to me today, become aware and alert and able to give it the attention that it needs. Well, if anything happens with our internet connection on the live or the replay, if you're coming back to listen to it again, becoming aware and alert and able to reconnect or to wait for me to reconnect, whichever needs to happen. But we don't need to worry about those things right now. So right now I'm going to just count down from 10 down to 1. Each number down, letting you step a level deeper, letting you sink a level deeper. Whatever that level is for you today as you find your way back into doing it again, that wonderful, relaxed, calm, but focused feeling. So starting at 10, feeling that step down to 9, stepping down to 8. Every nerve, muscle, fibers, it's relaxed, it's lazy, it's heavy. Stepping down to 7 and 6, still enjoying that wonderful place of yours, that perfect place, just sinking down deeper and deeper now. Stepping down to 5 and 4. So every out breath, letting you sink that little bit deeper into whatever you're resting on today as it gets softer and softer, more and more comfortable, down to 3 and 2. all the way down to 1, nice and relaxed, nice and comfortable, nice and calm, just enjoying that special place of yours, that perfect place. Just taking a moment to let things slow. You might notice a heaviness in your arms or your legs or both as you're listening to me. A real freedom of movement in your place because it is your special place in your mind. Now, as far as your mind is concerned, when you visualize something, you imagine something, whether it's physical feelings, emotions, or even able to see what you're doing in your mind, it feels very real. It feels as though you're there. It feels as though you're in those moments, releasing the happy hormones, the great chemicals, creating those memories, but creating those habits that we talked about as well. So let's go and do that. Let's think about something that you know you should be doing. Just choose one thing. And then think about when you are doing that thing, what's it going to be like? What is the end result of doing that thing? Now, that might be just something in a few weeks' time. It might be something in a year's time, depending what it is. I'm deliberately vague now because I want you to choose the thing that's right for you, that you want to do, the should. So what's it going to be like in the future when you have been doing this should for that amount of time? Not waiting until that future time, not putting it off, but you've been doing it for that amount of time. What does things look like? What does life look like? What's the influence of that should that you have been doing? What does that success look like and feel like? Just spending a few minutes here, a few moments here will feel very real. It will feel as though you're there. It'll feel as though you're in those moments, releasing those happy hormones, those great chemicals. And then linking that back to the thing itself. And how does that look? When are you going to do that thing? How are you going to do that thing? Let's take that motivation of that quick look in the future and then bring it back to the now and go, okay, what do I need to do? Are there changes that you need to make? Are there other things you need to introduce? Is it just a case of linking it to something else to make it really easy? Or is it just a case that the motivation of the success is enough to drive you to do that thing, to motivate you in an easy way, a comfortable way? It shouldn't be painful, shouldn't be uncomfortable to do this. It should be easy to do. So noticing that, and you'll remember all of this at the end of this quick session, noticing how you're going to implement those changes. You're going to get those things done. And linking that into the end result, letting your mind get excited about the end result. And then grabbing those thoughts, those feelings, those learnings and understandings, bring them back into your place. Take a moment or two to soak them in, to own them, to make them yours. To own those changes you're going to make, the end results you're going to get. Every cell, every part of you taking on these changes, every cell, every part of you smiling and happy, looking forward to these changes. Down to the tips of your toes, tips of your fingers, top of your head. And then just being in that place where in a moment I'm going to count from 1 to 5. On the count of 5 and only on the count of 5, you'll smile, you'll stretch, you'll open your eyes, becoming fully wide awake, fully alert, feeling really good, feeling really well. You'll feel as though you've just had that really good sleep. Not been to sleep just yet though, just been relaxed, just been hypnotized, just been highly focused. When you do come back to being eyes open, having that great energized feeling. Your inner mind, your subconscious mind remembers every moment, every instant of this brief session. Conscious mind as much as it would do from any conversation, and that's fine because it's the subconscious that makes those changes. The conscious mind is your thinking, your planning, and that side of things. Subconscious is the motivator. Subconscious is that part where it's just that urge to do something, that excitement to do something. Generally feeling good, maybe even better than you felt for some time. So 1, feel a little less relaxed. 2, feel that surge of energy now through your body, whole body becoming energized as an energy level builds up. 3, take a deep, deep breath of cool, clear mountain air, filling your lungs with life-giving oxygen. 4, feel cool, clear mountain spring water wash the backs of your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your throat. Your chest clear, your stomach's clear, and your head's clear. Your nose, your mouth, and throat's clear. Your eyes are bright and shiny. And 5, eyes open, wide awake. Welcome back. Welcome back from that session. Just a brief session there, working on that very specific thing, that very specific should that you were going to do there. So switch that off now. So yeah, that's an example of hypnosis. And come back and listen to that as well. If you've run through it live with me, just come back and listen to it again and again and again. You know, repetition is king with all of this. The more we practice this, the more we repeat these things, the quicker these things become a habit for us as well. So yeah, very much come back and use it. If you want to have a chat about doing more around this, you can contact me, direct message me, depending on where you're watching this. Google Steve Woods Hypnotist. You can go to the steve-woods.com website up there. I have got a QR code as well. Let's pop that up there. There we go, little QR code up there on that side. That will take you to a strategy session. Strategy session is a free chat. It's a no-obligation chat as well. It's literally, what do you want to achieve? Can that be achieved with hypnosis? If so, this is how we could do it. Just make sure we get on okay as well, that we're both comfortable, and then put together a plan, and then it's up to you. You don't have to do the plan. It's entirely up to you at that point, but it's just a conversation about how hypnosis can help. Normally it'd include a little taster session, but if you've done this, you've probably had that anyway. But if you want to do it again, you can do as well, of course. So that brings us to the end of this live. Thank you very much for coming along and watching. Hope you enjoyed the session there. Like I say, come back and do it again. Reach out to me if you do have any questions. And yeah, hope you have a great rest of the day, depending on what time it is you're watching this and where you're watching this as well. And if there is something holding you back, pop it in the comments as well. You know, let us know what you think maybe has been holding you back. And also, when you've done the recording, how does that feel as well? Be good to know how you're getting on with that, and has it cleared that block around that, and you're starting to actually get that should done, that thing done. Take